What's up guys, to another video of Tech Bro. There hasn't been a Tech Bro video in quite a long time, so I thought why not kick it back off with iOS 9 top 10 new features. So let's go over the top 10 new features in iOS 9. So let's begin with, there's not much of a visual change. As you'll notice, it still looks like iOS 7. iOS 8 hasn't either changed much visually, and same with iOS 9. The only big visual change that you'll probably see is when you double click and then you go and you start switching between apps. Then it gives more of a feel like you're swiping through books and all that. So that's one only little feature. You don't really notice it that much though. I'm fairly sure over time it will be basically the exact same as how you switch apps at this current moment in iOS 8. So not too big of a change there. Now, the big change that has happened in iOS 9 and OS 6 or OS 10, Al Capitan, is that there is now multitasking available. If you don't know what multitasking is, then you were probably living under a rock. It is basically where you now can split the page, basically like this, and then you can work on two apps at the same time. It doesn't work on the iPhones or normal iPads like the 4th generation or Air 1. It only works properly on the Air 2, which is very annoying because I have the iPad 4 right now and I'm not going to be able to use multitasking to its fullest, but it's a very great thing, and in OS X it's going to work way better in my opinion. So really cool feature that they added still. Now, something that Apple has been talking about a long time about, especially at WWDC, was Apple News. If you don't know what Apple News is, it's Apple's version of Flipboard. If you don't know what Flipboard is, damn, why are you watching this video? Flipboard is basically a way of you subscribe to different things, and then, for example, if you like film and gaming or something, then it automatically gives you a lot of feeds. So let's say Rockstar Games has made a new Grand Theft Auto, then it will come up on Flipboard. So it's all the new features and all these new things, and that's Apple's way of doing it, which I'm really looking forward to it because Apple usually gives more of a cleaner look, which Flipboard is great, but I can see Apple maybe improving quite a few things. So really nice thing that they're gonna add, although it's not available in the beta yet. Now, something that they have revived, which they've taken away from iOS 7 and iOS 8, which used to be in iOS 6, was when you're at your home screen, the way that you would access Spotlight is if you swipe left. From then on out, then you would swipe down to access Spotlight. But now you can swipe down for Spotlight or you can go left. So if you're in the home screen, whichever feels more natural, going left or going down, either way, not too much of a big difference, but it's gonna give a little bit of a, emotional feeling of iOS 6 back, which is gonna be a little bit nice in my opinion. Now, something that has been extremely big is how much smart Spotlight and Siri have become. Siri and Spotlight can now understand more of a language, such as if you were to type in Spotlight, open email from John or something like that, it would actually open it. It understands your language. You don't just have to say these certain commands that would usually only work. You can now do it way easier by actually talking to the phone, not saying open mail. You can say, Siri, please open mail, basically. You can say please and all that sort of stuff, so that's pretty cool in my opinion, and it will make finding different things way easier. Now, there is also something that has been on Android for a long time that they are finally putting on Apple, which in my opinion, I'm not going to use it that much because my battery is usually fully charged, but it is this new Apple saving battery mode, which Apple says will give you about an hour extra of time, which if you usually don't get 10% battery on your iPhone because you usually charge it that much, I don't see this feature coming in handy that much, because when you enable it, it will slow down your internet, or background refreshing apps will stop background refreshing. So it's good, but it will basically be like working on a brick, a very slow brick, when you enable this mode. So not really my sort of a thing, and if you leave it on for your iPhone the whole time, it's really not getting the full experience from an iPhone. But if your battery's at 10%, I can understand why you would use it. Now, Apple has also been talking non-stop about this, and that is their new revamped Notes, which they didn't revamp the look too much, but what they did was they made everything way easier. You can now draw in Notes, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't see myself using this that much because I'm terrible at drawing on an iPhone or an iPad, but you can now draw. So for example, if you were making a list and all that and you just wanted to add a little doodle at the bottom, then you can easily do that. And also now you can make checklists such as Evernote or any other app like To Do or something like that. So that's going to be really helpful, and looks amazing in my opinion, nice and flat look. And also you can now access bold, italics, and underline with a simple click of the button. You don't have to select and then wait and all that. Now it's actually going to be way quicker, way easier, and I really like this. I don't use Notes too much, but when I do, it's going to be very helpful. They've also revamped the keyboard, so now when you click the shift button, if you don't know what the shift button is, it's, you know, to make everything capital letters. I don't know if you can call it shift on an iPad or an iPhone, but now when you click shift, all the letters will automatically go to uppercase, which is going to be really, really nice. And they've also added the feature of holding down, and you can now basically type like that, which has been on Swift Key and tons of other things, where you can hold down and then you can write like that, and it's also on Android. So it's really nice that Apple is now making their own version of it, which is going to be really nice. Now, something that I'm not too interested in, but I know tons of people who are very big about privacy will be really big about, is now you can make your password over 6 digits long, or 6 digits. So that's going to be nice. Instead of having that 4-digit passcode, you can now extend it to be 6 digits, which is going to be a little bit nicer for protection. Maybe people, I mean, it doesn't take too long to get into a 4-password phone. Of course, it will take a long time, but you can eventually get into it. So having 6 passwords will hopefully prevent people from getting in your phone and accessing all the stuff. So that's going to be a little bit nicer. Now, Apple, this is probably one of Apple's biggest announcements at WWDC, and that is Apple Music. If you don't know what Apple Music is, it's a new streaming service by Apple. It's basically Spotify, but Apple's version. It will be streaming 30 million songs. iTunes Store has 40 million, so there's 10 million odd ones missing. But it's going to be really, really nice. It costs $10 a month, so it's not going to be something for me, but you can get it free for the first 3 months. That's going to be sort of nice. But if you already have Spotify, you can't anyway move over your playlists and all that, due to the fact that Spotify and Apple Music are now rivaling each other. So not really big about that, and I'm pretty sure not many people will be big about that, but it's going to be very nice, and you can't anyway access it from your computer, so not too big, but I'm really going to look forward to that anyway. I'll try it out. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and until next time guys, in the next video, we'll see you people then.